So my name is Pascal Josphat, your host and one of the speakers who will be taking us through this session. Before this opportunity, I was a full-time lecturer in the university, working very, very hard to make sure that I give my family the best life. And besides being a lecturer in the university, my wife was also a high school teacher, and we are blessed with 4 young children. Today, I'm no longer an employee. My wife is no longer an employee. We have been able to attain not only financial freedom, but also time freedom. And that is the reason why we are here, gentlemen, because life will go the direction that you take it. We are the ones holding the pencil to write our own story. And we are determined, we are committed to make sure that as gentlemen, we don't wait for anyone to shape our futures. We do it ourselves. And so feel most welcome into this session. It's a session that will definitely change your life for good. I know we are doing well in life, but we are here to make sure that we do much better. And in this session, we'll be having 3 guest speakers, or gentlemen will be speaking, not because they are better than the rest, but perhaps because we've gotten the concept earlier than you. So we are welcoming you to this session. Feel very much at home, and let us push it forward from today moving onwards and make sure that we live our best life. So it's my pleasure to present to us the first speaker. He's going to share with us a couple of thoughts on how we can be successful as men in all dimensions. I don't know whether you agree with me that success is not just about money, although that forms a huge percentage of what we would define as success. But the other aspects that the gentleman who is taking it over from me will be discussing, things to do even with our health. If you are not really healthy, you might not really function as a, allow me to use the word, total man. And we want to be successful in all dimensions. So it's my pleasure now to invite a gentleman I've known for some good time now, a very close friend of mine, doing very well in the corporate world out there, but also very, very successful businessman as we talk. So Charles, Bet, if you can hear me, please, you can take it over from there.
Thank you, Peter. I can hear you. I don't know if you can hear me well.
Very well.
Okay, thank you so much. I also want to take this time to thank all the men who are here, who made to come to this meeting today in time. I know we have challenges, most of us, trying to look for money, and getting time to reach home and even joining a meeting like this is a very difficult thing. So thank you guys, and even ladies who are here. I can see some ladies. So welcome all of you. And as our leader has said, he has been able to achieve time freedom and money freedom. Me, my name is Charles Bet. I'm still an employee, full-time employee. I'm doing this business as a part-time. And I'm a trained engineer. And that is where I'm studying as a field, or I'm practicing in my field. And I'm aiming at also getting time freedom and financial freedom, because in corporate world, there's no end to looking for money. You might not even be able to achieve what you have been told you can achieve when you come to this business. So without wasting my time, I want us to share how you can get started and some few thoughts on this business. And allow me to share my screen. Okay, I hope you can all see my screen. Okay, so I'm starting with a thought from one man called Benjamin Disney, which says the secret of success in life is for a man to be ready for his opportunity when it comes. So we are told opportunity comes once in lifetime. So my friend, we are told you will be lucky if you meet an opportunity and grab it. Don't waste time when you get an opportunity. This opportunity comes to people many different times. Like our leaders here, they met the opportunity 11 years ago, and they are there where they are because they grabbed the opportunity and they went ahead with it in a full speed. Me, I got the opportunity 6 months ago. Okay, not 6 months, I think now 8 months ago. And so far, within 3 months, I had grown to the level of a director. And I can say this opportunity has really grown us in many dimensions, as you are going to see even as we continue in my slides. So this opportunity is very good. Guys, this is the best time for us to join if you've never joined. And I'm going to elaborate more on this. Our mission in this business is to make our world a healthier and a happier place. So we start with the health, as you have been told. Even if you are not healthy, you might not be happy. Even looking for that money can be a problem to you. Right now, we know we have a lot of diseases. People are really, really sick. People are dying in numbers. We can see obituaries. Today, I was told there are many pages in the newspaper of people who have died, mostly because of COVID. Most of these diseases, or even apart from COVID, people die because of ignorance. Our our poor eating habits contribute much to our health and our issues. And we are told if you are not healthy, you might not be able to look for this money. So we are told your health is your greatest wealth. So ensure we take care of our wealth. Even if you don't join the business, make sure you are healthy so that you can be able to enjoy life as a man. And for health, we have three pillars which support us: sleep, exercise, and nutrition. All these three pillars, you have to do them. Otherwise, you might not be healthy. Sleep is more important. We are told we are supposed to sleep 6 to 8 hours a day. And this is a restful sleep, not a sleep which you are sleeping, still thinking of your own things. You are unfinished businesses. We have to do exercises, 30 minutes per day. That's one everyone knows about it. Most of us don't do exercise because we don't have time, in quotes. Nutrition, that's a more important thing. Also, most of us don't get the right nutrition as a balanced diet because of financial issues and also time. When you wake up in the morning, we don't take the right nutrition and the right food because you are trying to beat traffic, and sometimes also you don't even get that opportunity to take the right food. So these are the main three pillars of us to get the right health. So we are told every fight you take is either fighting a disease or defeating a disease. When you check on your left side, you have the green things. This is a symbolic of the food which gives us health, and they are ready to fight the disease in our bodies. Example of apples. We know all these healthy foods which we don't like eating or which they might be expensive for us to get. And on the right, we have this food. We can call them fast food or junk food, which they are easily available. If you go to town with 100 shillings, you might be able to get this right food than the one on the left. And most people are appealed by this food on the right, but we are told this food on the right are not really good for our bodies. They are really feeding diseases. And with time, it will catch up with you. So this is the right pyramid we should be having in our lives. This applies to everyone. On the left, we are told you should have a lot of physical activity and weight management. Increase the physical activity as much as possible. It's not for the people who are so fat or anything. Just exercise your body as much as possible daily. After that, you eat a lot of whole grains, not the refined grains. Whole grains can be things like these millets or even the Mahindi ugali. We saw a report the other week. I think it was this week, where KEPS was saying most of these, what do you call the flour meals we get from the supermarkets are not healthy for our bodies. Most of them, the main brands which we normally get in the supermarket. So where do we run to? We must eat whole grains, especially those things which are not been refined. And then you go to fruits and vegetables, of which most of us also skip these things. They don't like. Fruits are expensive in this town most of the time, and even vegetables. Proteins are also supposed to be eaten in a few portions. Fats and sugars, you reduce them much as possible, or even you don't eat at all. You can avoid if you can. Now, what have we been doing? We have been having an unhealthy wellness pyramid on the right. Fats and sugars, most of the time, these are the things we like eating a lot. When you take a lot of fast food like chips, everything, that is where you get fats and sugars. Because we make these chapatis, they are contributing to fats and sugars. Proteins, women, we like eating a lot of proteins. When you go for a weekend, we eat a lot of machonga, a kg for 2 people, and we are told we should be eating only 20 grams of proteins per day or per serving. So we men, I think we are guilty on this. We like taking a lot of proteins, a lot, so much. Fruits, we don't like taking fruits as men. I know that one very much. We are told fruit should take 9 servings of fruits per day. 9 serving means you take an orange, an apple, pineapple, a watermelon. I don't think there's anybody who can do that in a day. Whole grains, also people don't like that. And minimal physical activity. Most of the guys, when they come in the morning, they wake up. Most of us have cars, or if you don't have a car, you use a matatu to your job. You work very hard. You don't move. You don't even go for lunch in the evening. Maybe you go home. You pass by a joint where you meet with men. You sit down. You down the proteins, a lot of nyama choma, and some other food which you don't like. So this will contribute to minimal physical exercise for ourselves, and this will lead to overweight. That is why, when you see and study of most men, you see many people having kitambis around, and that one is being overweight, and it's not healthy at all. And now we are told it is time to reverse these trends. There was a research which was done by WHO some few years ago, and they had predicted that by 2020, these chronic diseases, which we are seeing nowadays, will be the leading cause of death in the world. 75% are caused by this, and you can bear me witnesses. You can see the heart diseases have increased: cancer, diabetes, stroke, chronic respiratory diseases. These are the likes of corona, is part of the chronic respiratory disease, and even obesity. These are the things you hear nowadays people are dying from. It's not even AIDS. You cannot even see AIDS here or HIV. But if you see this one, this is called lifestyle diseases. And this is what is killing most of our people nowadays. And we have a gentleman called Jerry Brasfield who came up with this company called Neolife. He was suffering from asthma, respiratory disease, and his mother was able to cure him with these herbs, apple herbs from I know most of us know the herbs even in the village, which have not been researched upon, but most of us have used them. So this guy decided to form a scientific advisory board to ensure or to make this thing to be commercially available to everyone in the world so that it can meet the standards to be distributed. So he formed a scientific advisory board, which is constituted of a serious guys, which are doctors. It was led by Dr. Arthur Fast. This guy died on 2005. He was a serious guy who came up with even the medicine or this treatment for cancer. Is the guy who came up with it. And you can see the panelists there. Most of them are PhD people. Others are nutritionists. Another guy is a biochemist. Another one is a pharmacist. This company was formed in 1958 in USA. It came to Africa, that is South Africa, in 1971. Kenya and East Africa, that it came in 1995, 1996. And today it's coming to you. So if you can see from the years there, this company has been in existence for more than 62 years. And it has been in more than 56 countries globally. I wish you can research later after this. You can even search on the net. You can see the countries this company has gone. And for this company to have withstood all these years and gone through all these countries, it has core values like every other company. And the core values for our company is, number one, absolute integrity. We don't come here and try to lie to you and tell you this thing. When you join today, by next month, you'll be a millionaire. No, there's an absolute integrity. You'll be told exactly how you are supposed to do business for you to achieve your dreams. Number two, people are number one. Our business, we mind so much about people, and that is why we get products which are meeting people's needs. Number three, we have products that work. It has been researched by this scientific advisory board, and every product which comes to your table or to your stores are products which has been researched and has been proven to be working. Number four, it has equal opportunity for all. We are told whether you are an 18-year-old, an 81-year-old, all of you are welcome so long as you are above 18. Everyone can be able to make in this business at any age, gender, race, or any country, wherever you are. This business is equal opportunity for all. Number five, it has a long-range vision. Long-range vision means when you come into this company, you do the business so much, you go to all the levels. When you reach upwards, even you exceed the world, let's say you die, natural causes, the business will not die with you like any other businesses. We know of many people when they die, most the prominent people we know, business go to the sharks, they leave to the children mismanage the business, and the business die within a few years. But our business, we are told if you die, you leave the business to your dependents, and they continue the business for generation and generation. So this is our business or our wealth you are making for generations to come. New life solution for the pyramid. So we have been told, most of us are having that triangle which have been inverted upside down. How do we make it upright? We have been told for us to be healthy, we have to do exercise, sleep, and nutrition. And new life comes in terms of nutrition now. Physical exercise, we are told that one we are supposed to do. Although we have some products which can help you reduce weight, most of the activities to do physically, you have to do it as yourself. You have to hit the gym, do the runs in the morning, or do some exercise in the house, whatever you can do so long as you have the physical activity. Whole grains, we have an product which can supplement the whole grains which have been missing in our diet. That product is called 3N. That is 3 in 1. It has soya, wheat, jam, and some other products which are rich in whole grains. Fruits and vegetables, we have a product called carotenoid complex. This carotenoid complex has combined a lot of fruits. It has a lot of fruits, like if you take this whole bottle of it has around 90 tablets. You could have taken, I'm told, 1.5, like one sack of fruits. So it has been compressed. They have put a lot of nutrition into this supplement. When you go to fats and sugars and proteins, you have a product called salmon oil. This is omega-3 salmon oil, which has been sourced from the oceans. They are very clean. It has all the essentials amino acids in the omega-3, unlike the ones we get in the markets. I know we have a lot of omega-3s in the market, but this one is well researched. It has all the 8 essential amino acids. And these products have been packaged together in one pack, having 4 of them, and it is called Pro Vitality. So when you join this business, the first pack you are given is this Pro Vitality, which has 30 sachets. This 30 sachets is for you to take it for the whole month. And after 1 month, you'll see the difference in your body, because each and every one of them is to supplement the nutritional deficiency in your meals. And I will sample a few products. We have a lot range of products in this company. I'll sample a few which touches on men. The first one is Masculine Herbal Complex. This one promotes vital male balance in your body. I know most of the men are having issues with the prostate as we age. Most of us are above 40. We are told even by medical doctors, above 40 you have to go for checkups for your prostate. This is not a disease. It is by nature that our prostate enlarges. So for men, this is a serious thing. Most of us don't know. It impacts on most of our functions. Even the libido goes down and everything. Prostate, you know what causes. Most men are dying of prostate cancer. So this herbal complex, masculine herbal complex, is able to help us to reduce the prostate, or to I don't know what I can say, to slow the prostate from enlarging faster. So this one can really go a long way in helping you. It can even help other people you know who are aging and they're having issues with the prostate. And we have others for weight management. We've talked of weight management, which affects all of us. If you are feeling your weight, you know how to measure your BMI. I'm sure you know yourself. Even when you stay like this, you know your weight, how it is. You might not be obese, but you might be overweight. So we have products like New Life Tea. We have New Life Shake. And these products, they are supposed to supplement our food, such that when we are eating, we have an eating plan or a meal plan where you're supposed to eat in the morning some few plants, in the evening, and over lunchtime. So we have a plan, and these are some of the products which can be able to help you to manage your weight. We have also something called zinc. Zinc is good at supporting immune function and also prostate health. So if taken with masculine herbal, it helps you so much to maintain your prostate as a man. We have something called Aloe Vera Plus. Aloe Vera Plus is good for digestion and also for the skin and refreshing your body. So instead of taking these other beverages, You can take aloe vera plus. Aloe vera plus is the best in the market. It has been sweetened. It has aloe vera, and you know the importance of aloe vera. It has been marketed everywhere. So this product has been sweetened. It's so nice. Even the children like it so much. If you put it in the house here, they will just drown the whole bottle at once. So this is a nice product. This is just a few products for the men. We have a range here. All these, I don't know if you can see them. But as we move on, you'll know and understand more about these products. We have even a range for which can battle with this COVID menace. We have Buja Zinc, Vitamin C. All that one will help you to deal with this COVID. Now, the most important thing, financial and lifestyle success. I know most men are here because of financial issues. Like I joined this business, I said earlier, it's because I want financial freedom and also lifestyle. I want lifestyle. I want to enjoy my life, my lifestyle. I don't want to work up to 60 years when I will no longer be able to enjoy. There's a picture which is going around. A couple who have just retired, they're doing a cruise in Europe. These guys are not enjoying, they're sleeping inside the cruise. And they've saved for all their lifetime to do that. So I want to enjoy this thing while I'm still young with my family. So for men, I think this is important also. To get financial and lifestyle and let's say time. I know most of us, they lack time to do these things. So we are told, we have dreams. All of us have dreams. You can see all these good things. When you are passing, when you are going to work every morning, I know most of us might be successful wherever we are, but we have not reached where we want. We've not reached where we want. We might be employed, most of us, but there are those things we don't get. We don't enjoy. You might be dreaming of getting a nice car like this or a better one than this. This is just for an example. Getting nice money, we know money is not bad. We might be told money is a root of evil, but I know with money you can do many things. You can help many people, you can travel, you can do as much as possible. The other one, you want to travel the world, you can see all these destinations. You should be having dreams like this. How many people have gone to all these destinations, even through your employment? It's so hard. And the other one, you want to have an enjoyment, a beach house where you can enjoy later in life when you retire with your family without these puzzles and hassles of this city or wherever you are. So these are some of the dreams we have. And we are told, most of us, wherever we are now or in the situation we have only 4 ways of getting money. It has been summarized into 4 quadrants by somebody called Robert Kiyosaki, who has studied everything and known. So we have a left side and right side. The first quadrant is employee. Most of us, where we are employees. We have 95% of people here who are employees. I can even sample in this call. I don't know if it is true. Either you are an employee or a self-employee. Or a self-employed. So if you are an employee, you know what happens. We have to work very hard. You can't leave the office if the boss says you have to submit this work before you leave. The second one, it has no security. COVID has really taught us this one. Many people have been restrained during COVID times and they have lacked a lot the source of income. You don't get time for your family. You might be planning to go to a cruise next week or a holiday in Mombasa, and a work comes in or the boss says there's something you have to do, then you can't even go. You have no time. You can't control it. When you are self-employed, you know what it means. These are people like professional, like lawyers, like doctors. You can see this guy the way he is. It means this job depends. It is an active income, meaning if you don't work the job, you won't get that money. So as a doctor, let's say if you don't open a shop tomorrow, or even you have opened your own shop as a business, if you don't go tomorrow to open, will something come in? Nothing will come in. Same thing with employment. If you don't go to work, nothing will come in that month. So we are told 95% of people are here, and here lies only 5% of the wealth in the world. Let's go to the right. We have passive income for business owners or business builders. Business builders like these people who own chain of supermarkets, those people who have more than 500 employees. People like, I can take example of Chris Kirubi. They have a lot of businesses. So even if they don't work, even if that guy decides to go to vacation for 6 months, business will still continue. Money will still come in. So this is where people are striving to go. And the best one, we are told that one is where people work for you and even systems work for you. The best one is the investor, where this business wants to take us to. Investor means money works for you. You just put in money and the money will just bring in other money. So I'll show you how this business brings money. You are told when you partner with New Life, this is what you get. In most businesses, when you decide now to start a business, for example, in Nairobi City, there's a lot of capital laid down you need to put so that you can start that business. You have to register the company first, and you know it's around 20K or 30,000. You have to get a stall, to get the IT, to get a website. All these things, the logistics, all these things has been done for you in this business. You have the logistics, you are given the website, ITs, products. You just order online and you get everything. And you get a starter kit. So these are the benefits of partnering with New Life. And what does it take you to partner with New Life? You pay Kenya shilling 8,970 shilling only. And when you pay that money, that one you pay to the company direct, you are given a kit. You don't just pay and just given a receipt. You don't get a receipt. You are given a kit. What does this kit have? It has an international license which allows you to do business anywhere in this world. Whether you are in Kenya or in United States, you can sponsor somebody in US, in UK, and they can do business. They work, you still earn money when you are still here. The next thing, you get literature materials of how to do business, showing you how to do business. The other thing is the Vitality Pack one I'd shown you. This thing, by the way, when you join the business or even if you don't join, this thing will cost you around 6,000 Kenya shillings. So if you see you pay 8,900, you are given a product of 6,000, you are given materials, and you earn 36 points. From this point is where you get also to be rewarded bonuses, and that is how you earn. So I'll go and explain later about that. You get our own website. This website will help you to market your business, even to do more business by sharing with other people. And you get free delivery anywhere in the country. If you register today and you are in Loitoktok or you are in Turkana or Kisumu, this company will deliver your kits to the place where you are, free of charge. Okay? And this is the New Life solution, the Vitality Pack. It is supposed to invert your triangle from this upside down to the right side up. So after joining the business, what is your work? We are told we have to do 3 things so that you can earn in this business. The first one is to use the products. You can't share the products which you have not used yourself. That is why when you join, you are given the first pack of the product. If you are given this product, you have to use it so that you can share the testimony of how the product works. It is not like a shop where you are given something to go and sell without you using it and even experiencing how it works. Number 2, share the products. If you share the products, you earn points and you earn also profits. Sharing the product is after using the product, you share with your friend, a colleague, family, and tell them how the products work. When they get to know much about the product, they also buy. When they buy from you, from your name and your account. That is where you earn points and where you earn the profits. The third one is share the opportunity. And the more you share the opportunity by bringing in more other people, you earn more points also. And when they come in, they'll do the business also, they earn more points and also earn profits. Number 4, the most important is you train. Training is personal development. Personal development involves you to study a lot. This business is not about selling. We are told if you join, if you are a marketer in the market, like insurance guy, you might not make it in this business so much. You can see from the variety of people who are here, who are still to talk. I'm an engineer. Our first MC, he was a trained lecturer. We have teachers here, we have nurses, we have doctors, and these guys have made it in this business. So it's not about marketing skills. There are a lot of things you'll be taught in this business. That is why you are told you have to train. You have to attend most of the training. Nowadays it's online, and others you have to do physically. And when you do more points, say the first one, when you get the products, you get points. And when points get or reach to 100 points, you become a distributor. And the more you get the points, you become a distributor. You do number 2 by inviting other people to join the business. You get more points. As you get 500 points, you get to a level called a manager where you get 2,500 shillings and above. That is rough estimate. And also the profits which come from the business. And you'll be called a manager. You get a very nice badge called a manager badge. There is a step here when you continue getting more managers into your business or even adding more points, the points become 1,000 and above. You become a senior manager. Senior manager, you'll be totaling around 25,000 or $2,050 and profits of selling the products. As a member, you are given the product at a discounted price. I forgot to say that, around 25%. So you get a price. When you sell to someone else, you get a profit on all the products you sell, and you are given a badge of senior manager. And as you grow, you get more senior managers, you get more points. Up to 4,000, you become a director. There's a level there called executive director where you get 2,000 points and you earn around 50,000 Kenya shillings. So the ultimate one is the director. This is the main. This is now where you start earning at the maximum peak of the company, 90,000, and you get a director badge. And these are some of the things you enjoy when you become a director. You get hefty cash incentives. They are given every time. Like last week, people are given in South Africa. Lifestyle invitations. People travel, of which you will hear after this. The next presenter will take us through lifestyle after this. Leadership school. You are invited to be taught more of how to nurture people. You get a director folder, which is very nice, executive one, and a world-class recognition. And in summary, this is the ladder where you go from a distributor, and everyone starts here. Even if you are very rich, if you come to this business today, you will start as a distributor. You go to manager, senior manager, director, sapphire, and ruby. And then you reach the president team member. And this is where we all of us are headed to, where money will no longer be a problem to us, and time will no longer be a problem to us. So before I hand over to our MC, when I started, I said I'm a trained engineer. I'm full-time employee, having a nice job. I am not complaining much. I am paid a lot, but I'm still feeling that I'm not enjoying. I am not getting my dream, because we have what you call financial freedom and also time freedom, which is very important as a man. You might be having money, but you don't have time. When you're in employment, you are tied by the employer. You can't have your freedom of having to travel where you want. Like in my employment, if I want to travel now to USA or to UK, anywhere, or even outside the country, I might not travel unless I'm given clearance from my employer. But in this business, you don't need any clearance. You can travel free of charge. You can be taken to any holiday destination free of charge. I've seen this. I've enjoyed some as a director, but most of the members here who have joined the business earlier, they've enjoyed this more. And employees, we are suffering a lot. You can see there are some guys in US the other day. They were able to travel to space despite the COVID situation in the world. As we are complaining that COVID is finishing our economy, but people are going to space. There's a guy called Jeff Bezos. This guy of Virgin Atlantic also went to space, and they're enjoying. Some members of this company also went to Dubai some few months ago. That was on June, if I'm not wrong. They were paid for the whole month, not the whole week, and they enjoyed without paying anything. So guys, this is the right opportunity. You can do it as a part-time, even if you have a good job. I know we have networks wherever we are. Let's do it as a part-time, but ultimately where we are headed is having this job as a full-time. And you will enjoy all the dreams you have been dreaming of. So thank you so much, our MC and our leader. I'll take it back to you. Thank you so much.
Wow, thank you very much. Fantastic, Charles. Thank you so much. You could drop the slides.
Yes.
That's one of the best presentations I've ever listened to. I want to highly appreciate what Charles has done. And our guests, there you are, you have it. I want to first introduce myself. Charles is putting something there which looks like mine. I'll put it later, Charles. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, I know there could be a lady here or whatever the case, but the meeting is meant for gentlemen. So I will assume that we are all men and we are ready to run with it. What Charles has shared with us, I've enjoyed it for the last 11 years. So for those who came in late, Pascal Josphat is my name. I'm married to Piaros Cherotich. I'm blessed with 4 young children. As Charles has mentioned, I was a full-time lecturer in the university before I learned this secret. I'm calling it a secret because I would have gone through life in that ordinary, normal way without really living that luxurious life. And being a lecturer in the university as a full-timer, my wife as a high school teacher, physics, math with the TSC, life wasn't bad. I love the way Charles is also acknowledging that he's not living a very badly off life. But by all means, there is no comparison with the life he has been living before this opportunity and what is happening today. So this is my story. And I will not give you a full story. I will just give in a summary form. We have an international guest speaker in this call that I don't want to take so much time so that he can be able to talk to us from South Africa. But in 2010, that is when I heard about this opportunity of Neolife. I didn't join because they have very good products. No, I didn't even join because I was too motivated and good stories. No, I wasn't lucky to hear any sweet story of someone who is successful. But guess you know what? The dreams I had and the trouble I was running away from were good enough reasons for me to start this business without thinking twice. They say, if it sounds too good, think twice. But sometimes you don't have to waste time thinking, especially when your dreams are very clear. So as a lecturer in the university, there are a couple of things I never liked. As a man, there is a certain level of life I wanted to be living. Actually, to be very honest, when I was talking to one lady that I found to be very beautiful those years, my wife now, when I was persuading her that she accepts hand for marriage, I remember telling her, you know what, Piaros, if you accept that I marry you, you will never believe it. You know, and you know, the truth is, many times ladies will be married and they never believe it, but negatively, because all the promises that were made never come to be. And guess what? I was getting to that kind of club where you don't fulfill those big promises you made. Now, I was paying rent as a full-time employee. It wasn't very exciting. Hi guys in Nairobi, are you here? You know, if you are coming from Nairobi or any other city out there where life is really expensive, you pay too much rent and other expenses which are beyond your income. That was me. I got into rat race. I am paid too much money, but by date 5th or so, all that money is finished because I am taking it to hospital bills, house rent, you know, water bills, electricity bills, name them, and I'm left with nothing. Guys, I was so tired of that, and I had already started getting headaches. And I think that is what gave me migraine headaches that I used to suffer from, because I had high expectation, but no means of achieving that expectation. So I jumped into this opportunity at once. I said this, I am going to do it on part-time basis as I continue working full-time. And the sweet story is this, doing this business on part-time basis, you wouldn't believe it that I went through those ranks that Charles has shown us, all the way to president team member in only 2 years, 11 months. 2 years, 11 months. But this is not a get rich quick scheme. You know, as wise people, we must be careful not to be, conned out there. You want to be careful not to join fake deals. But when I realized that this is a company that has been there for all those years, over 63 years now, and in all those countries, almost 60 countries, I am a scientist, so I do research before I do something. I realized that this is a genuine game. So I started very small. I knew I wouldn't be a millionaire instantly, but I knew I would be a millionaire. By the way, that one I was 100% sure. Actually, we used to call ourselves when we started upcoming millionaires. Ama in Swahili, for those who understand it, millionaire watarajiwa. And even now, I want to inform you that everyone in this call is millionaire mtarajiwa. And if you're already a millionaire, billionaire mtarajiwa. And we are not joking around this thing, man. I'm super excited that I'm one of the guys who paved way for super success, and showing that you can use this opportunity to build a legacy. So having started with a bonus of 2,002 Kenya shillings, my very first month, as I was trying to build the network. This is about building a network, not about moving around hawking products. Come on, don't reduce yourself into a hawker, but let's network. Gentlemen, we are naturally good at networking, only that sometimes we do it wrongly for the wrong reasons. I don't want to politic, but you'll find so many men right here in town in small groups networking politically. What about this thing that will give you crazy figures in terms of income? So I grew that from 2,000. In 1 year's time, it was a 6-figure income. I remember in 2 years, 2.5 years, it was way beyond 500,000. And in 7 years, I am telling you the truth, I was able to hit 7 figures. 7 figures in 30 days. That's crazy. I mean, in a whole year of working in the university, I wasn't making that in a whole year. I wasn't earning what I'm able to earn here in 1 single month. And I want to repeat what I said at the beginning. I'm not any better. I'm not better than any one of you. We are all equal. But when you grab this opportunity and you run with it, you will be way ahead of where you would have ever reached. And I want to say this, that because of taking this business very seriously, in my 5th year of doing it, I was able to fire my boss. I took a pen and a paper and I wrote a resignation letter. And I was still in my early 30s. I mean, surely, you don't have to wait until you are too old for you to retire. And I am enjoying time freedom. Now you are financially free, and then you have time freedom. You can be able to live life in full. I don't know how many gentlemen desire that kind of life. Do we want to remain as slaves of someone else? I can see Dr. Reverend Malusi, the hand and the leg is all up. You don't want to be a slave of someone throughout your life. I mean, let's call us as paid as spent. You know, if you are an employee and you are being controlled and demanded, you must be somewhere at this time, and you have to do it, whether you like it or not, then you are a slave. I mean, and it is not wrong to be a slave in the past. It is wrong to remain a slave moving forward. And we'll join hands as gentlemen and we change our lives for good. One of the things I really admired most, as I wind up and invite the guest speaker to close the meeting for us, one of the things I really admired most was to drive myself, not in a car, but in a machine. And I used to see guys driving Land Cruisers, V8 and the others, Range Rovers. And I would ask myself, what are they doing that I'm not doing? And by the way, if you get wealth and you remain a God-fearing man, then that's okay. You are going to heaven, vertically without any horizontal dimensions. and attachments. Today, as we talk, I am driving the latest shape of a Land Cruiser, and I'm humbled by that. And I'm prophetically telling every single gentleman in this call that a year or two or three from today, you'll be driving even a better one than that one. It's only that you are muted. I would have asked for an amen. You know what? These are things that will be achieved. I can see someone is saying, and ladies too. Yes, your wife will also drive this. I mean, a similar machine. Okay. Yeah, thank you so much. You know, today where I'm living, I couldn't imagine buying it cash. I mean, I found myself, I was already living in my own home. Then I found a beautiful home and I bought it cash without going to the bank to ask for mortgage. And I can tell you it wasn't few millions. And we've achieved too much. Now, my success today is not about how much I earn. It is about how many gentlemen I can help to also become president team members and they achieve their wildest dreams. And today marks a new beginning for every person in this call. Yes, everyone in this call. Today marks the beginning of a new journey. I have been here for 11 years, but we are so lucky to have someone who has been in this business for the last over 2 decades. It is only fair that I give him this chance to close the meeting for us. He's one guy who has been talking to gentlemen to have a new look at this business. A business that is creating billionaires, and we know a good number of them. Why not grab it and fly with it? So I want to take this chance to ask our guest speaker all the way from South Africa, Pascal, if you can hear me, please, you take it from there and you close the meeting for us. Pascal, can you hear me?
Yes, Joshua, I can hear you, and I must say amen, amen, amen.
Thank you so much. Go with it.
Yeah, I really appreciate this chance to speak to you and share with you some of the things that have helped us grow in the business, but also to tell you that by God's grace, Betty and I have started the second half of our lives. The first half is just getting over and just a taste of what God has planned for us. I know this is a men's meeting, but I can see from the screen there are several ladies here. You see, gentlemen, there's nothing you're going to do, there's nowhere you're going to go without your women. So accept that for a fact. Wherever you go, even if it's men's meeting, women will be there. I was reading today about the difference between men and women. Women are more rational than men. I know men may like to argue that, but neurologists have found out the cortical connection in their brains are thicker than men. They're able to know things that we can't discern immediately. So I want to spend a few minutes about my background. I'm trained as a civil engineer. I think the last time I was in Kenya, I had a chat with Charles Bett at when we had a lovely meeting. And Charles' presentation was really good. I really appreciated the presentation. You see, when I was growing up, my father said that the only path to success in life, both financially and socially, is education. And I believed everything my father said. I went to school, went to University of Nairobi, did a course in civil engineering, completed that. Then I remember the night I met Betty. Actually, I remember all the details. I just took one look at her and the rest is history. I've never taken my eyes off her since then. By the way, today Betty and I celebrated our 31 years of marriage. So we thank God for everything. You see, I believe everything my father said about education, but I realized that it is not entirely true. Education doesn't guarantee you anything. It may open some doors, but it will not guarantee you financial success. It will not guarantee you family stability. It will not guarantee you that you can get anything that you like. So Betty and I joined this business just to make extra money. Initially, we thought that if we made an extra $200, 20,000 shillings, that was good enough. It would supplement my salary. But after doing the business for 7 months part-time, I equaled my salary. And that's when I told Betty, I think I'm going to make this business my career. Because I spent 5 years in university doing undergraduate course, going to University of Witwatersrand in Johannesburg, doing a postgraduate course in construction management, this business part-time, and I'm earning the same amount of money. And I discovered that this business is true. In fact, even a year after I joined the business, sometimes I would stop and pinch myself, is this business real? Of course it was true. But you see, because we've been schooled in a different way, we have been taught that education is the key to success. That is not true. So, what this business gives you is time freedom. Betty and I have been to Kenya twice in the last 3 months. Because that is what this business can do. When I come to Kenya, I don't need to fill a leave form. Charles was saying that for him to travel anywhere, he has to seek permission from his employer. I know how that feels. That if you want to go to some place, you have to seek not only permission, but also to fill the leave form to travel. And this is what this business gives you. And since this is a men's, I'd like to share some ideas about what it is to be a man. This is just from my studies, my experience, what I have looked at men who have created history and have had a very significant impact on life. So I want to share some few ideas with you. In my mother tongue, there's a saying, the direct translation is, man is a pillar of society. I remember one gentleman from Nakuru, I think Kissinger, said, mwanaume ni boma. That's a similar translation. You see, if manhood collapses in society, the whole society collapses. And we're seeing this all around the world, that when men have abdicated their responsibility, let me not say abdicated, but when men have not fulfilled the role that they're meant to fill, something serious happens to society. So I've been reading a book called The Sovereign Man. That is the ability of a man to take back the freedom that he needs to live in so that he can fulfill himself, he can lead his family, protect his family, and we have a better future. So, there's a very good reason why the average man's body is bigger than a woman. There's a very good reason why an average man's body is faster than a woman. There's a very good reason why an average man's body is stronger than a woman, because it's built to do 3 things. 1, to protect, 2, to provide, 3, to preside. Preside means leadership. Let me talk about the first one, is protect. You see, there's a very natural instinct for the male species, not only in human beings, but also in the animal kingdom, to protect their families. And the first way for a man to protect his family and himself is you need to have physical fitness and strength. You see, this year I turned 58, but I think I'm more fitter than I was when I was 50. Every single day I take at least 1 hour to exercise. And why do I do that? Because I want to celebrate my 85th birthday after going for a 5-kilometer run. So I take physical fitness and strength very, very serious. I lift weights, I do cardio at least 1 hour every day. And the reason for that is science has shown that the more physically fit you are, the better your brain functions, the higher your immune system, because there's a link between physical fitness and mental fitness, and also between your immune system and your physical strength. So I would encourage all of you to get a physical training program. If you haven't been exercising for the last, I don't know how many years, start slowly, gradually. Take 15 minutes walk. Push it to 30 minutes after a month. Start lifting weights. In fact, the thing that you need to strengthen as you get older is your muscles, because your cortisol level drops if your muscles are not strong. So you need to have an exercise to build your muscles. Okay, so physical fitness is the first step. And you see, all of us have 24 hours. So when you tell me you don't have time, I also don't have time, but I create the time because it's important. The second thing, to protect yourself and your family, you need to have constant alertness to danger. Physical danger, financial danger, spiritual danger. You need to be constantly aware of the dangers in the internet, physical danger around. You'd be surprised. Go to any mall in Nairobi, wherever you are, go to any mall and just stop somewhere and observe people. You will find that 90% of them are not alert to what is going on around them. Their minds are so clued up on their phones, if some emergency thing happens, they're dead. So one of the things you need to have is constant alertness to wherever you are. If you're driving, know which cars are around you, keep checking the driving mirror. If you're somewhere in town, watch yourself. I've seen videos of people being mugged in the street because they were not alert. Remember, thugs know who is not alert and who is. They will not approach somebody who is physically strong and somebody who is alert. Okay? The first thing to protect yourself, you need to use tools and security around your home. Check your burglar proofing. Check people who walk around who are not supposed to be around. Is your phone safe? Is there first aid kits? All these things, you need to have things in your home that makes your home secure. D is you need to have self-care. What is self-care? Self-care means that you care for your physical, spiritual, and mental health. You need to have enough sleep, at least 8 hours. You see, Betty told me some time ago that you need to have an alarm clock for going to bed. So I set my alarm clock at 9:30 p.m. When it rings, I wind down things so that I can actually go and sleep. Gentlemen, ladies, you need at least 8 hours of sleep every single day, because when you sleep, some chemicals in your brain are restored so that your brain functions better. So sleep, food, exercise, deep study. Something I want to mention about food is that don't eat the same amount of food. If you're 50, don't eat the same amount of food you are eating when you're 30. The reason for that is as you grow older, your metabolism slows down. So that excess food that you're not processing or you're not digesting, where does it go? It goes to your waist. So you need to eat less now than you're eating 10 years ago. For some reason, Betty, these days I have only 2 meals a day, breakfast at 10 and supper at 5. That's all I need. And it gives me, I am physically fit most of the day and I don't feel that deep hunger. So that is about how to protect your family. The second thing is how to provide. The first is financial. You need to learn how to make money, and you need to learn how to make money so that you have several income streams. Okay? You need a shelter over your head for your family. You need food. You need savings. This comes from, and there are 3 things about money. 1 is how to make it. 2 is how to keep it, and 3 is how to make it grow. You see, when you become extremely successful in this business, as Josphat and Pieros have become, when you're earning 500,000 shillings, 800,000, you see, you can't spend all that money. By the time the next check comes in, you haven't even finished spending that money. I know that feeling, Josphat. So you need to learn how to make the money. You need to learn how to keep it. You need to learn how to make it grow so that money grows for you, whether you're awake or asleep. The second thing to provide, you need to provide emotional strength for your family. That simply means you need to be very calm, especially when you're under stress. You see, when a woman is under stress, part of the brain that is responsible for speech is activated. That's why women talk a lot when they are under stress. When a man is under stress, part of the brain that is responsible for action is activated. That is why when a man has a problem, he wants to solve it. All right? So you need to have emotional strength to stabilize your family. When something is wrong, the thing is to calm down and think through the problem. All right? The third thing about providing is you need to have mental strength, planning, mental toughness, study, perceptions. If somebody is speaking to you, are you able to tell they're lying to you or not? That comes from perception. That comes from listening to people, listening to what they're not telling you. Body language, the way their eyes shift, the way their eyes move. You need to be able to tell if somebody is telling you the truth or not. That comes from perception. The fourth one is intense work ethic, diligence. The word diligence comes from Latin word which means diligo, and that means love. So to work with intensity is a very good habit to develop if you're the man that provides for your family. Intense work ethic. Intense work ethic doesn't mean working long hours. It means working with concentration. It means that when you're working, put your mind and your heart into whatever you're doing. If you're listening to somebody, assume that nobody else exists. You're paying attention to that person 100%. The third aspect is preside, that is leadership. Leadership in society and in the home falls on the man. Prayer, service to your family, manual work. What do I mean by that? Manual work simply means you need to be able to work with your hands, do maintenance around the house, fix. I learned how to fix windows because Betty and I had 4 sons, and every weekend a window would be broken. And because of that, I learned how to fix windows. Any of our children who broke the windows would go to the shop, buy the window pane, buy the putty, we would come. I did the first 3 windows, the next time they did it themselves. Learn how to fix taps, learn how to change things that has manual work in the home. This is your duty. The fourth thing about becoming a man is you need to be an assertive communicator. That means being able to speak clearly with sincerity without being aggressive. There's a difference between aggression and assertiveness. All right? Then continuous education. I cannot emphasize this long enough. You need to be constantly reading and studying. Because this business has given me time to study, I study all sorts of things. I study theology, I study philosophy, I study education, I study psychology, I study human behavior, I study finance, I study markets, economics. All these things are important because I need to know what's going on around the world. I need to know what's going on in Kenya. I need to know what's going on in South Africa. So this business doesn't just teach you how to make money. This business teaches you to be a complete human being. And because people are looking after you for guidance, you need to have knowledge in your mind. You need to have knowledge that you can advise people properly. For example, I know that in Kenya, affordable housing is a serious problem. Why? Because developers charge extra more than they should charge to make housing available to most people. The mortgage penetration in Kenya is 2%. The mortgage penetration in South Africa is 31%. So we've got a very long way to go, all right? And this comes from knowledge. So you need to have a continuous basis for education. The sixth thing is physical presence. You see, you need to have some posture, grooming, confidence, and the way you dress. Take very good care. You see, every time I go to Kenya and I meet Josphat, he's dressed in a suit and a tie. Why do you think he does that? He does that because the first thing that people judge you about is the way you dress, especially your shoes. Don't ask me why, but that is my observation. So I would encourage you, men, learn how to dress properly. Ask your wives, I need to dress properly to portray the image of a leader. I need grooming properly, the way you comb your hair, your nails. All those things are very, very important because they speak of who you are. And then constant alertness. You need to be alert always. Alert for possible distributors, alert to dangers in society, what's going on what's going around you in your neighborhood, what's going on around the world, the economics. Take time. In fact, I was just reading the electronic New Life magazine for the latest one, And Jerry Basfield was talking about distributors in Neolife who made millions of dollars and made wrong decisions and are now struggling financially. Some of the things we do in our business is to teach people how to manage money. Spend less than you earn. The extra that you earn, put it on a savings. Don't get involved in things you don't understand, especially financially. When people come to borrow money from you, you need to lend them knowing that that money may not come back. Don't get involved in people telling you, I have this new scheme, bring money. I have lost money all those many years past. So I've learned many lessons in this business. So I would encourage you to be constantly alert. I think with these few ideas, we will make our lives better. There are so many people who are looking up to us for leadership, who are looking up to us for manhood. Manhood simply means a man makes a decision to take charge of his life, to take charge of his finances, of his health, of his fitness, of everything in his life, and he protects his family because of who he is. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you very much for spending these few minutes to listening to some of the ideas we have to share. And I'm looking forward to meeting a lot of you in the meetings, to sharing the success. Josphat, thank you so much. God bless all of you.
Wow.